A lot of talented wedding photographers and videographers aren't struggling because they're bad at what they do. They're struggling because the right couples don't see them. And that's a very different problem. And if you don't understand that, you'll keep trying to fix the wrong thing. You'll think maybe I need better work, or I need a better camera, or I need a better website. Maybe I need to post more on social media. And while all of those things can help a little, they don't fix the real issue if your biggest problem is demand. So in this video, I want to help you figure out if that's what's actually going on in your business, because a lot of wedding creatives don't have a talent problem, they have a demand problem. And once you see that clearly, a lot of things start to make more sense. Here's what a demand problem usually looks like. You get random inquiries, one week feels busy, and then the next couple weeks feel dead. You get excited every time a new lead comes in because you don't know when the next one will happen. You feel way too attached to every single inquiry. You say yes to couples that aren't a good fit because you don't want to lose the booking. You hesitate on pricing because you're scared to scare people away. And then when your work is good, your business still feels shaky. If that sounds familiar, there's a good chance that the problem isn't your talent, it's your demand. Now here's why this gets misdiagnosed all the time. When bookings are low, most people think I must not be good enough yet. And that's the easy answer because it feels simple and it keeps the problem inside your craft. But low bookings don't always mean low talent. A lot of the time, low bookings just mean low consistency, and those aren't the same thing. You can be very talented and still be invisible. So you can make beautiful work and still not have enough of the right couple finding you. You can be amazing with a camera and still have a weak business. And that's the part that a lot of people miss. If you don't have enough good opportunities coming in, everything else gets harder. Pricing feels harder because you're scared to lose your leads. Sales feels harder because every call feels like it has to work. Confidence drops because your business feels random. And when your business feels random, desperation starts to leak into everything. It leaks into your pricing, your follow-up, your calls. It leaks into the way that you talk about your work, and couples can feel that. So let's make this simple. Demand means you can create opportunities on purpose. That's what it really means. It means that you aren't sitting around hoping that somebody refers you. It means you aren't fully dependent on Instagram to just be nice to you this week. It means you aren't crossing your fingers that a planner sends someone your way. And demand means that you have a way to bring the right people into your world on purpose. And that changes everything, because without demand, you're always reacting. You react to quiet months, you react to ghosting, you react to price shoppers, you react to every single lead like it's life or death. But with demand, you get choice. You get to be more calm, you get to be more clear, you get to say no to bad fit clients, you get to hold your pricing better, you get to stop building your whole business around fear. That's why demand matters so much. Now, what creates demand? It usually comes from 4 simple things. Number 1, a sharper message. This means the way that you talk about your business is clear. It's not vague, it isn't trying to speak to everyone. It makes the right couple say, this feels like it's for us. If your message is too broad, you attract bad leads, and bad leads usually turn into price shoppers. Number 2, the right audience. You need to get in front of the right people, not just more people, but the right ones. There's a big difference. If your couple is someone who cares deeply about story, emotion, family, and experience, but your marketing is reaching couples who only care about the cheapest price, that doesn't match up. It doesn't mean that your work's bad, it means your audience is off. Number 3, a clear next step. A lot of wedding creatives make people work way too hard after they find them. Their website's confusing, their inquiry process is weak, the call to action isn't clear. People should know what to do next. Should they inquire? Should they book a call? Should they watch something first? If that next step is fuzzy, you lose people. And number 4, real demand channels. This is where your leads actually come from. Usually this looks like a mix of paid ads, vendor referrals, and content that builds trust and makes the right couples want to reach out. Not random posting, not just hoping that someone refers you, real channels that bring people in. Now, I want to make this practical. So here's a simple audit that you can do after this video. Pull up your last 10 inquiries and write down where each of them came from. Was it Instagram, a referral, a venue, Google, paid ads, anything? Now look at that list and ask yourself this. Are my leads coming from active sources or passive sources? Here's what I mean by that. An active source is something that you create on purpose. A passive source means that you're just waiting around for something to happen. A referral is usually passive unless you've built a real system around it. Instagram is pretty passive if you're just posting and hoping. Google can be passive too. A paid ad is active. A strong referral strategy can become active. Content with a clear job can become active too. Now, ask yourself one more question. Can I create more of these inquiries on purpose, or am I mostly just waiting? That question is huge because if the honest answer is I'm mostly waiting, then you found the real problem. And that problem isn't your talent, it's your demand system. Here's another simple thing you can do. Look at your current message, go to your bio, your website homepage, your inquiry page, and ask this. Is this clear about who I'm for, or could this apply to almost any wedding photographer or filmmaker? If your message sounds like everyone else, couples will compare you like everyone else. That's why sharpening your message matters so much. You don't need to sound fancy, you just need to sound clear, and you need the right person to feel seen. So let me give you the big takeaway. Talent helps, of course it does. You should keep trying to get better. You should keep caring about your craft. You should want to grow as an artist. But talent alone doesn't fix an empty pipeline. Talent doesn't create enough good fit inquiries. Talent doesn't make your business stable. Demand changes your business. It gives you room to breathe. It gives you leverage. It gives you choice. And when you have choice, you stop acting desperate. You price better. You sell better. You follow up better. You show up differently. So if your work is solid, but your bookings still feel random, stop asking, how do I get better? And start asking, how do I create more demand from the right people? That question can change everything. If demand is the real bottleneck in your business, there's a free training at the link below. It'll show you the full blueprint that I use. Because most wedding photographers and videographers don't need more random tips. They just need a real system for inquiries, values, and consultations.